So, Adam, a tough result today, not the result you wanted. The general consensus suggests that it wasn't a 3-1 game. Can you sum up that 90 minutes for us?
Well, I'm glad that, I'm not the only one who felt it wasn't a 3-1 game. Probably the simplest form that I could summarise it, in my opinion, is we were the better team box to box, and they were the better team in both boxes today. I thought they were incredibly ruthless with the chances. We didn't capitalise enough on good positions that we got into, opportunities that we had. Their keepers made a couple of really good saves, one off Sam Walker and one off Marnie at 1-0. But it's fair to say, Renshaw made a great save at 1-0 off the lad in the first half, off a header. Just had that feeling really, once we didn't manage to kind of get back level and make the most of our dominance really, I felt, with the ball. I think we had a hell of a lot of possession, got into some really good areas, final third entries, got to the byline quite a few occasions. But when you don't make the most of them moments, you always, leave yourself open. The longer the game goes, the more you've got to push. You leave more space, and they're very, very good on transition. They always pose a threat on the break, and today just wasn't meant to be for us, really. No,
that's only your second defeat in 12 games. Do you think today's result will have a massive effect in the season, or do you think you'll be able to brush it off just like you did against Brantford?
Yeah, I think when we've lost previously, we've managed to bounce back. I think it's the first time we've conceded more than 2 goals as well. I think coming into today with joint best goals against column in the league. So I'm not going to be too critical of the players, but what has been a pretty steady and stable defensive unit. Obviously, Devon's missed the last couple of games. George came in and he's done well. George played well again today, to be fair. Losing Connor was a big loss for us. Then you're moving Marnie over, and so there's probably just too many changes really today in that back line from what's been very, very solid. And that's not a criticism of the lads who've come in and played. I think any manager would tell you, it's when you've got a settled back four and the keeper, and you're winning games, or you're not losing many games, you're not conceding many goals. You want to keep turning out the same personnel, but we couldn't manage to get Devon or Connor on the pitch today, and I do think that has cost us. I think that the goals we gave away, they were soft goals really, for as good as finishes as they were from them. From our side, I felt they were soft, and they're uncharacteristic of us this season. We've been really gritty and resilient and hard to beat, hard to score against, and today we weren't quite our usual selves without the ball. But not going to be critical of the players, because I think we've had a good season so far, and knowing this group as I do, I think that they'll put in a good week of training and look to bounce back.
Yeah, you just mentioned Connor and Devon's injury. Do we have an update on them? Will they be fit for the weekend for the FA Cup game, or is it just...
Hopefully they'll both be okay. So Devon's closer than Connor, but we'll just have to wait and see. I think I think they've both got a good chance, and they'll both want to play. But as big a game as it is, everybody keeps telling me it's all anybody's been speaking to me about for the last couple of weeks, and to be honest, it's been the last thing on my mind, because I said after the draw that I wasn't bothered about Cambridge really. That my priority and focus was just the next league game. But obviously it now is a big game, and all of our attention will turn to that game, and we'll just get everybody ready, and we'll have to wait and see if them two make the game, and if they do, great, and if they don't, then whoever plays will be ready to go.
Yeah, perfect. Moving on to this weekend, this is my final question about the FA Cup. It's the biggest game of the season so far. You would have liked to go into the game on a high after a win today, but do you think this result today will have a massive effect on Sunday's game?
I think, did they lose today? I think somebody just said to me that.
They might have lost. Doing a bad run of form at the minute.
So, you just don't know, do you? You don't know how. You don't know how a win or a defeat going into any game is going to impact on the next one. I think for us, it's just always about, not so much about results. It's about performance levels, individually, collectively. and you know, in the main, we've done that very, very well this season. That's seen our results then be quite consistent. You know, the times that we have lost, as I alluded to earlier, we've bounced back and gone and put, you know, really good runs together. And you know, it's a big game. It's one that, you know, now everybody can look forward to. You know, it's just 11v11 on a grass rectangle at the end of the day, and everybody's got a chance. It's going to be tough. We'll be the underdogs, but it's a week now that I want the players to enjoy. You know, they're going to get a little bit of recognition and you know, a little bit of coverage, and you know, that pleases me because they're a good group of lads. They're honest to give everything for this club and for myself and the staff, and you know, it's a game that we'll give absolutely everything to try and get a result, and let's just see how it goes.
Yeah, well, Adam, thank you very much for your time and good luck on Sunday.